never studied acting. I never wanted to be an actor. The first thing I remember ever wanting to be was a wave in the ocean, so I don't understand what I was thinking when I thought that. But I never imagined myself in show business. I did, some parts in school plays like everybody did. I probably was horrible. And then my choice of colleges got limited by my finances, and I went to live with my grandparents in D.C., and I went to the Catholic University. And I had to work my way through college, so I worked on the switchboard in the drama department. But at one point, they did put me as a lady in waiting in some Shakespearean something, so I walked across the stage, and there was a reaction when I did that. And I thought that was kind of interesting. But then I met and my senior year married Chris Sarandon, who was 6 years older than I was, and a graduate student. He was a real actor. He was doing all the leads in the Shakespeare. He was, at Arena Stage, and I was a freshman, 17-year-old freshman. And he kind of introduced me to black and white movies and poetry, and, he knew everything as far as I was concerned. But he was at the Long Wharf Theater doing a play, and someone saw him, and they said, why don't you come in and audition for what was a film called Joe, and they'd been trying to cast it forever. And so he needed someone to read with him, and I read with him. And they said, well, why don't you both come back? They asked me to do an improv. I asked them what that was. I did it, and they told me to wait a minute. They came back in and they said, all right, we want you to do this. And I thought, well, this is really funny. It was pretty interesting. I did my own makeup. They used my own wardrobe. I had a scene in it in which I had one take. I was on some drug that made me violent and put lipstick all over my face. We were filming on 14th Street in one of those cheap kind of stores, and I got to trash the place.
Hey, wait a minute!
Until they tackled me and threw me down. And I thought, well, this is so much fun. I mean, it was so liberating just to be that person. It went from being this kind of mediocre generation gap story into the easy rider of that year, and it became a huge hit. And then the next thing I went up for was a soap opera, and I got that. That was called A World Apart. And I just kept getting things. And little by little I learned, and after about 10 years I thought, I guess this is what I do.